so my name's Maddie. I'm a 200-hour registered yoga teacher, and I've never done a online yoga class before, but I have some college friends who are super stressed out with this online school stuff and kind of requested a little 20-minute yoga routine that you can do to just kind of unwind, decompress, and maintain a little better focus. So let's get to it. So I always start laying down on my mat. So just kind of come down onto your back and let your feet fall in front of you and your hands fall to your sides. And just kind of take a couple really big deep breaths here. Just feeling yourself come to your mat and just trying to forget everything else going on around you. And at the beginning of your practice, I always encourage my students to kind of have an intention behind the practice they're about to begin. So maybe just letting yourself relax for a few minutes, or maybe just being appreciative for your body and your home and your environment and all the problems that you don't have right now. So whatever it is, gratitude or strength or just surrender, just kind of pick one word to hold with you throughout your practice. So once you have that word and you feel like you're starting to settle in to your mat, you're going to take a big inhale and reach your arms overhead. And then exhale and wrap your arms around your legs and just kind of sway back and forth a little bit. And then hold your right leg into your chest, extend your left leg out in front of you. And just kind of rock that a little bit, feeling that hip stretch. And then when you're ready, bringing your right leg over and across to your left side, reaching your right arm out to the side and turning your gaze to look at your right hands. Really feeling your spine twist. Good, and then when you're ready, bringing your right leg back in, pulling it one more time in for a big hug, and then switching legs. So now your left leg is into your chest, your right leg is extended, crossing your left leg over to the right side of your body, reaching your left hand out to the side and gazing your eyes at your left hand. Imagining your spine like a towel and just twisting it and twisting all the water and all of the stress out of your spine. Good, and then bringing your left leg back into your body, followed by your right leg. This time we're just going to do rocks a little bit, and then you're going to rock yourself up into a seated position. I'm going to turn and face you so you can see me. And then from here, we're just going to continue to mobilize our spine a little bit. So inhaling, lifting your arms. And exhaling, twisting your right arm comes behind you. Your left hand comes to your right knee. Good, and inhaling, lifting your arms back up, and exhaling to the left side this time. We're going to do this one more time on each side. Inhaling, lifting your arms. Exhaling, turning to the right. And last one, inhaling, arms come up. Exhale, down to the left. Good, inhale up one more time, then just bring your hands down to rest on your knees. We're just going to roll our head a little bit. So first, going to the right side, so dropping your head to your left ear, exhaling it down to your chest, and then when it reaches your right shoulder, inhaling all the way back up around. One more time. Good, and then reverse directions, exhaling as it goes down into your left shoulder, inhaling it as it comes up into the right. 3 times on this side. Good, now lift your arms up, inhaling, exhale, bringing your right arm behind you, folding it back and pulling your elbow to the left. Really feeling that stretch down the side. Good, and inhaling back up and exhaling the other side. Good, now we'll just do a few shoulder rolls up into the back. And then up into the front. And then when you're ready, you're just gonna cross over your knees and come into a tabletop position just like this. So you're gonna inhale, drop your stomach, lift your chest and your gaze. And then exhale, round your back, curving your tailbone under and pushing through your hands. And then inhale, lifting your gaze up. And then exhale, contracting. This is called cat-cow. We're going to do this a couple times. This is a really good way to loosen up your spine, especially if you're sitting at your desk all day doing school or work. Good, and then when you're ready, tuck your toes under your feet and push your hips to the sky, coming into your first down dog. So it's really important here, you don't want to sink into your hands, but you really want to press through your shoulders. And it's okay if your heels don't reach the mat, it's your first one. Good, and maybe pressing one heel down and then the other. Call this walking the dog. And then coming down into a plank and dropping your knees, bringing your elbows into your sides, coming down. Then you're gonna inhale, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, come down. We'll do this a couple times. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, maybe coming all the way up this time, pressing your shoulders down and back. Your hands are pressing firmly into the mat, lifting your chest up to the sky, and then exhaling, coming into child's pose. Good, reaching your hands over to the right side of your mat, feeling the stretch on the left side of your body. And then walking your hands over to the left side and feeling the stretch on the right side of your body. Breathing into the spaces where it feels a little tight. And then bring your hands back into the center and then underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes, coming into down dog again. And then you're gonna walk your hands back to meet your feet. It's okay if you have to bend your knees a little bit here. And just wrap your arms around your elbows and just kind of sway back and forth. Making sure your knees aren't locked. Just letting all the blood flow to your head. Releasing the tension down your back. Good, then drop your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, lift halfway again. And exhale, fold. Now inhale, swooping your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, dropping your right hand down, your left hand coming overhead. And then inhale, lift back up. Exhale, going to the left side this time, reaching your right arm overhead. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, just a little tiny back bend, just opening your chest. Good, and then exhale, fold back down over your legs and walk your hands out into a plank. So this time you can either drop your knees or keep them lifted. You're gonna exhale, bringing your elbows into your body as you lower yourself down. Inhale, lift all the way up, opening your chest. Exhale, coming into down dog. Child's pose. Good, and then tucking your toes. Now coming into down dog. And this time you're gonna walk your feet up to meet your hands. Good, maybe you find yourself bending over a little further than you could last time. And if not, that's okay too. And then we're gonna inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, swooping your arms all the way up. Exhale, bringing your hands back to heart center. So that's called a sun salutation, that process of going up and down. So we're gonna do that a couple times and adding a few different little things in between. It's a really good way just to get flowing and loosen up a little bit. So let's go for round two, sun salutations. We're gonna inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold over. Walk your hands and your feet out into down dog. Exhale, plank. Exhale, lower down to your mat. You can drop your knees if you need to. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, back into child's pose. And then tucking your toes, coming back into down dog. This time you're going to lift your right leg up, sending it right up to the sky, trying to keep your hips level without opening them up too much, you see? Good, now you can open, bend that leg if you want, and then you're going to bring your right foot in between your hands, coming into a lunge. Good, so for this first time, we're going to drop our back leg, swoop our arms up to the sky, letting yourself just fall into your hips. You can use your hands if you need to. If not, you can place them on your hips like this. Good, then place your left hand down, reach back with your right hand and grab your left foot. If this is too much, you can still just stay like this or like this, whatever is easiest for you. So really feeling that stretch down your hips, holding it here for a couple breaths. And then letting that back foot go and pressing back, straightening your right leg and folding over it. It's okay if you're up here, no worries, whatever is best for you. Good, then folding, bringing your hips back forward, coming back into your lunge. Step your right foot back and your left foot forward. So now you're in your lunge and your other side. We're going to drop our back leg again, lift our arms up. If you need, you can place them on your hips or your knee, whatever you'd like. Then bringing your right hand down, reaching your left hand back to grab your right foot. Feeling the stretch right here in front of your hip flexors. Then dropping that back foot, bringing your hips back, straightening your front leg as much as you can. Again, it's okay if you're like this, no worries. Then bringing your hips back forward, lifting your back leg up off the ground, bringing your left foot back to meet your right. You're going to exhale down to the floor again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, right to down dog. This time you're going to walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. This time you can take a break to get a little water or just breathe for a couple seconds, and then when you're ready, we're going to do one last round of sun salutations and then we'll start cooling down a little bit. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down, fold over. Walk your hands out to a plank. You can drop your knees or keep them lifted. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale in a child's pose. And then bringing it up into down dog again. Good, you're going to lift your right leg up. Open up your hips, dropping your leg back. Bring it back up and lift it down. Same again with the other side, lifting your left leg up. Opening up your hips and dropping your left leg down to the side. Now you're going to lift your left leg back up and bring your left foot in between your hands. Good, this time you can drop your knee again if you'd like, and just stay here doing this stretch again. Or if you're ready, you can keep that back knee up and you're going to plant down firmly into your feet. Inhale and lift your hands up into warrior one. Stay here for a couple breaths, and then on your next exhale, you're going to turn and twist open into warrior two. So your front foot is pointed straight ahead and your back foot's kind of at a diagonal, and your arm should be a straight line, reaching really strongly with your fingers towards the front and the back. And then you're gonna inhale, straighten your leg, lift your arms, and exhale, press down, feeling the tension pressing down. And then again, inhale, lift up, exhale, press down, inhale, lift up, exhale, press down. Good, now you're gonna windmill your arms down to the ground. Step your left foot back to meet your right, and now bring your right foot forward this time. So again, if this is too much, you can just drop your left knee and just stay here again. Or if you'd like, you can keep your back leg lifted, root down into your feet and lift your arms up, coming into warrior one. And then after a few breaths here, dropping your back left heel, pressing your arms down into warrior two on the side. Your gaze should be right over your fingertips. Good, and inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, press down. Inhale, lift and straighten your front leg. Exhale, press and come down. One more, inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, press and bend. Good, now you're pinwheeling your arms back to the ground. Stepping your right foot back to meet the left. Dropping down to the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, come into child's pose. So just take a couple deep breaths here. Maybe let your heart rate slow down a little bit. Really reaching your fingertips forward. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling yourself up onto your knees. And you're gonna come sideways onto your mat just like this. Bringing your feet together in front of you. The palms of your feet are touching and your knees fall out to the side. You're gonna grab onto your ankles. Inhale, lift up your chest, lift your chin to the sky. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Take a couple deep breaths here, really opening up your hips. You hold a lot of stress in your shoulders, which is pretty obvious and common, and then also actually in your hips, which a lot of people don't realize, so it's really important to get in these hip stretches. Letting your chin fall forward, your head come down. Good, and then coming back up, facing forward to the front of your mat again, and lowering yourself down. Keeping your feet on the floor, you're gonna lift up your right leg, cross it over your left leg, and then bring it forward and intertwining your fingers on the back of your hamstring of your left leg and just kind of pulling your leg in. So you should really feel the stretch down the outside of your leg here into your hip. So you can keep it as low as this or bring it in as close as you want. The closer you bring it in, the more the stretch is going to be. Good, and then bringing your left leg down, unwinding your right leg. And then just kind of swaying your knees back and forth a little bit. Just to loosen your hips up. That stretch can be kind of intense sometimes. Good, and then lifting your left leg up and bringing it, crossing it over your right leg. Lacing your fingers behind your right hamstring. And pulling it into your chest as much as you can. Starting to think about the intention that you set at the beginning of this practice. remembering your feeling of gratitude or peace or whatever you set for yourself at the beginning. Now dropping that right leg again, unwinding your left leg, placing it back down, and just windshield wipering your knees back and forth one more time. Good, now you're gonna lift both legs up and grab the outsides of both of your feet and pulling them to the side and letting yourself rock back and forth. This is called Happy Baby. You should be feeling a little bit of a stretch in your legs here. And this is also a good way to get the blood out of your feet and moving it up into the center of your body, which is really good for just relaxation in general. Good, and then taking one deep breath and then releasing your feet out in front of you. Finally coming in to Shavasana, just laying your full body flat on the mat. Your palms are face up. Your feet fall out to the sides, tucking your back down, maybe lifting your chest a little bit. Taking several deep breaths here. And just taking a moment to thank your body for practicing yoga today. And maybe just reflecting for a couple more minutes on whatever your intention is, whatever you have to be grateful for, whatever you're thankful for today. Just how your body feels right now. You can stay here as long as you want and just kind of rest and reflect, or when you're ready, you can take a big inhale, reaching your arms overhead. Exhale, bringing your hands on top of your legs again and just kind of rocking yourself back up gently. And maybe giving yourself a couple seconds to adjust before standing back up. Don't get up too fast. That is it for today. I hope you guys liked it and thought it was relaxing and a little fun, not too hard. And thank you very much.